Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your slightly burnt out writer friend Will here. Um, Today is December 28th, and just wanted to film this writing session. I'm not really feeling 100%. I think towards the end of the year, just slightly burnt out from all the like festivities and work stuff going on. Um, Even though the holidays is usually like fun for a lot of people, myself included, one thing that really sort of stresses me out is trying to get together with all my different groups of friends, do like a little hangout here and there. I do work a 9 to 5 ish type of job. Technically, it's more like 7 to 3:30, but it is like Monday through Friday, and I think because November sort of, let's see, November was 5 weeks long this year, and so December sort of just crept out on me pretty fast. I really don't know how to explain it, but I feel like when I talk to everybody this year, they've really that was the same. That's sorry, I don't really have the words here. As you can tell, that's how sort of burnt out I am. That's sort of how the same thought they have. No, November, December, and even October kind of crept up on them. Yeah, so maybe I'm not really feeling 100% here. Uh, uh, but when you're trying balancing out like writing and then working at 9 to 5 and then all your other obligations, there's gonna be more days like this where you're not going to be 100% sort of motivated to write. But writing, you really should not be waiting for inspiration. Kind of, you should. Sorry about that. Yeah. So when it comes to writing, unfortunately, you shouldn't really be waiting for like inspiration, motivation. Should really kind of find the I don't know if discipline is the right word, or sort of just kind of uh yeah, for the lack of a better term right now, like the discipline to start writing. And yeah, so as of one of the things that really helped me out is just sort of writing little pockets of time in the morning, afternoon, throughout my workday. In my last video, I said I have a writing weekly goal, which is 3,000 words, and I found out one of the ways to make that a little easier is to sort of break that up into daily goals. So like 500 words for 6 days, sort of give myself that one day wiggle room. And then when I found out that it's really sort of motivating if I write uh, like 1, 2 sentences here and there throughout the day uh, during my work hours. You'll always find like time here or there to write 1 or 2 sentences, especially when I have my work in progress on Google Docs. So I always have my phone on me. I can always pull it out instead of scrolling on social media, stuff like that. I can always write 1 or 2 words, 1 or 2 words, or 1 or 2 sentences here and there. And then when I go to do my writing session at night, I I find it that those 500 words dropping down to 250, it's really motivating. So one way that helps me out there, if you are able to somehow break down your word count goal, whether it's weekly or daily, into a smaller number, it really makes the writing session less daunting there. And even though I'm not feeling well, I'm not feeling 100%. Yesterday, I didn't write. I just really felt brain dead. Like I couldn't even get like a single thought in my head or something like that. I was working on autopilot there, and so like I took yesterday off. Good thing to note: I'm only about 500 words away from my weekly goal. As of right now, I have. Let me just pull this down here. Yeah. I do like to track my word count on a calendar here. I think it's just more of a physical way for me to see how my work is. Um, let's see. So right now I'm working on the prologue. I did finish the chapter I was working on, I believe, this past Sunday here. So my total word count, including the prologue and the chapter, is 11,836. And then my goal for the week is to reach 12,331. So it's just around 500 words, which is very doable. Perhaps maybe if I was like 1,000 or 1,500 words away, I wouldn't be able to do it in the condition I'm feeling right now, which is kind of like I said, demotivated, a little bit burnt out. But 500 words, that's doable for me there. Eventually, I do want to increase like my word count limit. So usually it seems it seems about 1,000 words is how much I could produce in like one writing session. I would like to increase my word count on ability to about 1,500 to 2,000 words a writing session. Uh, Especially when it comes on the weekends here when I have more free time. So I am trying to work on that there. So, but right now, I can absolutely do 500 words here. Alright, so that's enough talking right now. Really want to get this writing session done while I still have the energy to. I do have my coffee here to keep me caffeinated, it'll give me enough energy to get me through the writing session, especially when I have 500 words. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I'm recording on my phone here in case the quality is a little different. Um, so I did finish my writing sessions. Did uh, I did 3 writing sprints. So I don't remember what I said in my last video. So I may be repeating myself. So I do 20-minute sprints with a 10-minute break. And usually in those 20-minute sprints, I write about 250 words. It was no surprise I was able to get 500 words within 2 writing sprints. Decided to do a third one just so it was a bonus. I'm really figuring out how my world building is, or like what direction I want to take my world building. So I was really kind of like really getting into my writing here. I know I said I was feeling a little burnt out, which I am. I really do feel like I am feeling a little bit burnt out, but working on my writing, it doesn't really feel like a chore. It's something I want to do. I know when I'm gonna be like a published author, or if I'm gonna be a published author, uh, there will most likely be times where it will feel more like work than fun. So I am trying to enjoy this right now. Yeah. So, anyways, here. So at the end of the week here, I ended up writing about 12,547. Um, it surpassed my writing goal of 12,331. Yeah, so I went over my goal about 300 words there, which is great. Yeah, right now I really feel good. If I am gonna work on my writing project later tonight, I really don't have any plans right now. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of world building. This week I really discovered that I do like writing in the morning time, like in the weekdays. If I could get 500 words, I consider that a good day. And then in the nighttime, if I do decide to write more, that's fine. Or if I want to do some world building, that's great as well. Because I do feel like with a high fantasy novel, and like I've said before, where I really want to go in depth with with my universe, where I'm trying to kind of be like Middle Earth, Westeros, all those good works there. I really gotta have to do like quote unquote deep dive in my world building here. So yeah, so most likely this evening I will most likely do some world building here. Yeah, so definitely that seems like the plan right now. I'm gonna clean up here a bit. I do plan to go to the gym later. Maybe I'll get some footage of that. We'll see. But yeah, in the meantime, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Alright, what's going on YouTube? I'm back here. So as you can see, I changed my shirt here. My hair is kind of a little wet still because I just took a shower. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of the workout. Yeah, once I'm kind of at the gym, I'm kind of in the zone. If I could, I'll be showing you that I actually did work out. If you guys need proof of it. Yeah, so I like to incorporate a workout most days here. Just it used to be like almost like 6 days a week. Unfortunately, as you get older, you get more responsibilities. Your body don't move the same. So definitely really trying to stay healthy, stay active here, especially when you're a writer. You want to make sure your shoulders aren't kind of curled forward or your hips stay loose with stretching and strength training. You want to keep your body stronger and more limber at the same time. Yeah. So yeah, right now I'm gonna do some research here. When I say research, I mean kind of like just figure out maybe ideas for my world building. I did write like it was about 500, 700 words. I don't remember right now. Okay, what's up, y'all? This is voiceover Will here. If first of all, if you've made it this far, thank you. This video, it was very painful for me to edit. Just looking over how low energy I was. I knew I was burnt out, but I honestly didn't realize how burnt out I was. It looks like I have like no energy here whatsoever. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. And then also the reason I am doing a voiceover, for some reason the audio went off when I was switching hands from my left hand to my right hand, and somehow I knocked over the microphone. And for some reason, I didn't even know that I knocked over the microphone there. So yeah. Anyway, so what I was talking about is I was planning to do some research for my novel here, and for even though it's a high fantasy novel, just to want to clarify this, I still like to do some research here. Just by doing research over about history and mythology and stuff, it kind of gives me a basis of what my world is going to be like. As I said before, or if I've not said before, or if you didn't really understand here, thanks to the audio, I'm basing my world on the history of our world and the mythology of different cultures throughout the years. And that's one of the things that really sort of fascinated me here. As you can see, I'm using a notebook. I like to gather information in a notebook here. I can open different like Word documents or Google documents on a computer, but I really don't like it when there's just maybe I just write a sentence or two sentences, maybe a paragraph at best. I have this bad habit of not referring back to my old documents when I do. So sometimes I have different document tabs of maybe relating topics instead of just putting it on one notebook. I feel like when I put it in a notebook, I'm able to go back through the pages and see what I write down. I know it seems pretty weird, but that's usually how I'm doing it here. And I hope that pretty much explains everything here. Again, thank you if you made it this far in the video. I do hope that you enjoy it, and I do hope I give out better quality videos in the future. Thank you. I think I'm gonna call it quits on the research for today here. did about an hour and a half of research. I know that because I had The Mummy Returns playing it in the background there, so I thought it was sort of fitting that I am researching ancient Egyptian stuff. Uh, so thought having a movie that, again, besides The Mummy Returns also inspired me there. It's kind of inspired me to chase a creative endeavor. Um, probably, yeah. So, um, oops, kind of pulling this hard there. Sorry, this my microphone's connected to my phone here. So just kind of straighten this out here. Yeah, just go this way. Not even centered. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I was just doing some research. I did start on the 12 Labors of Hercules, but most of the time I was just researching some ancient Egyptian stuff. I was looking up Ramses the Second, also known as Ramses the Great. Um, I really enjoy researching people as opposed to like civilizations, all that stuff. I feel like my story here is going to be character driven. Of course, plot's going to be important too, but I feel like the motives of the characters and their actions are sort of what's going to be driving the story along. And going through history, I find like a lot of very uh, interesting people. I talked about Ramses the Second. There's Alexander the Great. Cleopatra is another one. Julius Caesar. Napoleon. So, yeah, in my free time, I do like to listen to podcasts or have videos playing in the background about historical figures. It's sort of not sort of, it really does give me ideas how of what characters to of how my characters should act, or how, like, what kind of ticks them off, or what thoughts go through their heads, that sort of thing. um, I'm always afraid that my characters are all kind of like act the same or think the same, so my readers won't be able to tell them apart. So that way, by looking up different characters, um, I mentioned historical figures, but also some characters from movies like James Bond, Batman, Superman, sort of going through like a DC universe kind of deep dive. I guess I should say, just because the Superman trailer kind of came out, so it sort of made me excited for it. And yeah, so definitely just looking up different characters, their biography, and then people's analysis of them. It's very interesting. So definitely looking at those kinds of people, it really does make me think on how I want to structure my characters and their pathways as the story progresses. And I also looked up ancient Egyptian medicine here. Something that always fascinates me is how, like, medicine and food, how that fits into people's lives. How do they think? How do they think, or what are their views about that? Do they just like kind of eat whatever food's available, or is there a particular way how to eat it? My story is a high fantasy story, so I don't want to put too much modern views of it, because sometimes what sort of in books that I've read, what sometimes distracts me is like the dialogue, or dialogue's the easiest one. It's like somehow what the dialogue says just doesn't fit the setting of the story. Even though my story is a high fantasy, I do plan to have it set more in like a medieval setting. So I sort of want to make sure it matches along those lines there. That while it is a fantasy story, there is some basis of reality there. Yeah, so that's gonna be a challenge of that, is just trying to make it seem realistic in a fantasy setting. Um, when I was watching the Lord of the Rings movies, I honestly did feel like those were real stories. You know, somehow, for like at one point I thought like hobbits were real, And so I kind of want it like that, where you're thinking that this this is kind of, this may be fantasy, but it is a real, there is some realism to this here. So that's one of the many challenges I'm gonna face when writing this story here. So when I do research for my novels here, I'm not really trying to just grab and like put it into my book. I'm trying to like, I'll write it down and then hopefully something kind of sparks, like inspires them, like what if this happens, stuff like that. Like what if I mix this thing from one part of history with this thing from another part of history, how would that kind of fit? And it's just, I think that's why I really like to do the research. It helps me kind of learn, it really does help me learn. Obviously looking stuff online isn't as good as learning in a classroom per se, but it does still kind of keeps it really, learning just interests that learning just fascinates me in general. I do love to learn. I am, as you can tell, like a fan of history. So I'm sort of using this excuse, I guess I should say, of writing a book as a way of kind of showing my love for history, I guess. Uh, my novel, hmm, I don't know what I'm saying here, to be honest. I'm just kind of, I think I'm just a little bit brain dead from doing research here. As much as I love it, sometimes I just kind of, I'm starting to feel like I'm in school right now. I like can't really formulate a thought at the moment. I remember the early stages of this novel here. I was sort of excited, like, oh, I'm writing this book that's kind of that with the world I'm basically creating, that I get to research things that research things that interested me and that I could put it into my book. Um, so so even though research tasks might be like extra work, I do enjoy that part. I do enjoy learning for fun. Like it maybe not, it won't really do anything for like my work or whatever financially, but personally I do enjoy it there. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up tonight for this video here. I felt like I accomplished a lot of things. I reached my writing goal of about, what is my writing goal? Yeah, I can't believe I forgot. Sorry, it's been a long day here. I reached my writing goal. That's past 12,331 here. Um, I wish I could remember what I wrote. I think it was like 12,500, something like that. I'll probably put the number up somewhere. And also, I was able to get some research done that's pertaining to my novel here. Yeah, so definitely a little tired here. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, enjoy the rest of your night, and remember, happy writing. Bye.